Hello, welcome to my craft room with Rhoda. Today I'm going to show you a little flip through. Well, it's actually you're going to get to see several different things. I'm doing a flip through of a little Halloween journal I'm taking to the shop. I'm going to show you how I finished off these little notepads that are Halloween oriented. And I'm going to show you my matchbooks that I made with some of the same decorations. First, of course, is the sneaky peek. You always got to have our sneaky peek. Okay, what is it today? Oh, so this one's kind of fun. You know how I am with genealogy and all that kind of stuff. Basically, I just made a pocket here. And I must have had something else on here beforehand. You can see the tape strips. But here I just made a simple pocket. A little Tim Holtz person. I have this stamp that is a bike, and then let's ride, need a lift. But here, this is a picture of me and my sister. I may have showed it to you in the Christmas in July, but this was December 1969. That's me on my little tricycle and my sister on her bike. Well, what we did was I wrote about it back here, and that's what this is all about. And I said, we love to ride our bike around the old house. I say that in singular now that I think on it, as we had only one bike. It was a big blue bike we got at Christmas in 1969. We took turns of one trip around, then we switched off. Later on, we each got on our bikes with banana seats. They were like 12-inch saddles. We created a dirt path around that old house. But anyhow, yeah, it was fun. That's about all we had to do back then. Make mud pies, play in the rain. Banana seats, that's in the 70s. It was before that. Anyhow, this is a neat little topper that I made for this, so I thought I'd show you that idea. All it is, it's 5 little flower-shaped eyelets, and then I took and started I had something sticky on my finger. I've been gluing stuff. I went in this eyelet, and then I just kept spiraling around like a candy cane stripe. So I came out and tucked it under this one, and it went up that way. And then I tucked it under that one, and it went up that way. But can you imagine doing something like this maybe for a side of a page? Doing all these eyelets down the page and threading a ribbon through it like that, or along the side of a journal card or something like that. It would be very pretty. Maybe even doing it on a cover. So there you go. You got a little history on Rhoda. And you got to see a little idea that you can take and put into context somewhere else. That's just a cluster that I made way back when. But just trying to make it with little guys and things that I've got. Now, I don't think I have anything on that page, so you can see that. But we're not going to show you the next one yet. So, and check out that paper. That was some coffee-dyed paper I did way back when. And I would throw the grounds on there. I take Folgers Instant, those little red tube packages, and I would sprinkle it on these tea-dyed papers, wet tea-dyed papers. And it gives you a little bleed like that around those bubbles. I always loved that. I thought those were the neatest looks. Anything grungy, I like grungy. Okay, on to the flip through. So we're going to do that first, and then we'll get to the other 2 little items. Well, this was some kind of old papers that I've been trying to clean out a bunch of Halloween that I had under the cabinet there. I think a girl sent me some stuff, and this is what we call the tunnel closure. I just showed you that in a video a couple back on how I do the tunnel closure. Now, this is how you can do it with items. I did mine with butterflies at one time. This is done with a couple of pumpkins to help to be the pool and that kind of thing. I've got little kitty cats on there. And then over here we have a few brads with, jewels on the front. Trick or treat, a little, I still got that thing on my finger. A little spider, happy Halloween, and a fleur-de-lis. Have to have a fleur-de-lis. Okay, and that's what's on there. And this is washi tape going along there. Is that a cat? Oh, yeah, it's my cat. He's cleaning himself. He's very loud about it. All right. So as we turn it open, we have, it's a hidden signature. So the black here is where I sewed the signature into it, and then I glued it down. Here we have a really, really big pocket, which has some more washi tape. I have tons of washi tape she sent me, so I have to use that stuff up. Then we have Happy Halloween, Trick or Treat here, and it's just black, or I mean white on the back, because it's for somebody to journal in. I wanted to leave a lot of journal areas. Then here's a little friendly house with some washi and some glitter bat stickers. Mummy, he's walking across, stop the house. The cat says, what is he doing? All right, over here is a die cut with a bunch of spiders, and there's a little chipboard tag with a ribbon off of it, and then it just says boo, and it's got a little spider on the very top. And then the background paper is got a few spiders on it, but it's kind of hard to see. You can sort of see them through there, through the vellum, but it's not too easy. But this is geared toward an adolescent, you know. And then there's a few tea-dye papers that she printed off some things on. I remember going to trick-or-treat when I was younger. Mom always took us up to her Aunt Polly's, and she lived in one of those circle kind of things. And then there was a street that went off at the circle, and everybody knew each other. So we were free just to run on down the street all by ourselves, hitting on everybody's doors, saying trick-or-treat. So that was fun. I mean, that was back when, you know, you didn't have to really look out for a lot of weirdos. Going to the pumpkin patch. That's cute. And then we have a word here. We have a sugar skull and trick or treat and washi. And then over here we have, we got a little pumpkin card. We got a bigger card that has a bat on it. And then you have Happy Hunting. That's glued down. I just glued it. But it has the ghosts on it. So I'll put the word ghost and boo. And a couple pumpkins in the patch. And all the spiders are coming down to check everything out, you know. Ooh, they're kind of gruesome looking. And there's some more writing area. Now this is what is this? It's like it's a flip out card? Yeah. Well, how did this work? I thought it had, yeah, there we go. You'd have to get over top of it to see it, but it's a pocket. And it's a floating pocket. There we go. And then this pulls out, and it's just plain. It just has goblins, cats, and skeletons, and other kind of spooky words in it. So that goes like that. That goes like that. Oh, well, I have to look at the back side, too. Then you got that you can write on. And you've got a tag that goes down the side. That says Happy Halloween. Okay. And then here we have a, what did I call this? A puzzle pocket. Because you've got two ways to enter. You got a card that goes in this way and goes under or above the other card, which goes this way. And this could be longer to be a bookmark or whatever. I do have a video on this. I have a video also on the floating pockets. They're a little different. I have 3 pockets on that one. Well, no, it's sort of similar to that. And it's some of my earlier videos. Here we have just a pocket that has this kind of little montage-y thing on it. And then you can write on the back of it very easily. And it goes back down in there. And this is which you were here. And I have some little glitter moon and stars there. Little diamonds. And the bats are too. Can you see how they're glittering? Glitter, glitter, glitter. Okay. Now over here we have a Brad and a witch's hat. It says the witch is in. So I have everything that has to do with witches on here. I've got the washi with her feet dancing. I have the hats. I have the potion number 13, double, double, toil and trouble. And then you get over here and it's fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. Then you have the black cat. Best witches to you. Oh, that was a fun page. I love black cats. I love any cats. Cats are my spirit animal, I guess you could say. All right, this one is kind of dark and gloomy, spooky. So I put the black kitty with the dark pumpkin in here with some washi on it. And it's got a spider web background. Didn't have really anything on there but Boo. And then it's got a couple of those pumpkins that are the pulls over here on this. Then you go again. And you have another little pumpkin pocket with some more washi. It says, Cheers, Witches. Cheers, Witches. That I don't get. And then this is ribbon up here. It says Happy Halloween. I've got the You Are Fabulous. And then a little spider says Creep It Real. There's another just plain piece of paper back here. It just went with the color scheme, so I just tucked it in there. It was some decorator paper. We have the mummy and a skeleton here, where you could write a few things. And then you have another one of these die cuts. Boy, is that intricate. And then there's a few little pumpkins here and washi tape. And then inside is that spider paper. And October 31st, Scream. And that's that paper that was just back there. I was telling you was tucked in as an extra. And that is not all. Forgot. There's another one here. We got washi, a sugar skull, and the pumpkin patch. You got Have a Very Spooktacular Halloween. Some more glitter bats. You have Trick or Treat and Boo. And they're just plain on the back. And they do an upper tuck. And then here is Halloween costume. And then you have this card here that has the spooky words and the stripes on it. And down here is something that is double, double, toil and trouble. And then it's like a big magic mirror with bats. Now, this is where you could put your Halloween costume picture on. Since this is actually the 31st time period on the back there. But that's it. That was a little fun journal that I'm going to take to the shop and see what I can get for it. And somebody might want to buy it for their little daughter. And what we got next, whoops, trying to drop it all. This is what I'm going to show you how to do. This I'll tell you how to do. And then this is our little guy we're making over here. This is basically what it's going to be. It's a notepad. And it's got 2 brads in here. And what it is this is just to keep it shut if you want to use it. Or it can just be used as a bookmark or of some sort. This here is some of that spider web netting. Let me grab it real quick. You get it at the Dollar Tree. They probably have it in stock right now, but this is it. I put it on 2 of them, but this third one I'm not because the glitter gets off. Everything will be covered with glitter by the time I'm done here, just because I'm handling these. But anyhow, what it is it's just a notebook that is, did I put any dimensions anywhere? No. So it's a 6-inch on each side. So it's 12-inch strip. It's 3 inches wide. And then I took let me get it. I took this and used it on both of these items. This is that new Tim Holtz piece that I got. I love it. I got all kinds of stuff on there. As you can see, I've got the cloud, a branch, the moon, bats, needle house. I got all these sayings. And then I got 2 stencils. I love it. And if you're interested in this one, it's THMM149. I don't really have a name for it. They just go by these numbers and stuff. But it's great. I mean, that right here you could use for a floor or a wallpaper design. Then you got a rock, like you make a rock wall or, something to do like a wall that comes out from your haunted house. So anyhow, I've got some of the sayings up here, and the dead of night is one of them, so I used that on these two. I've got the two clouds, the moon, the bats flying. I got the glitter bat, a glitter spider, a glitter pumpkin. And then I had a little black piece of lace up underneath of here. And then it's just got a few of this and a few of that inside. Just scraps that I had. And I put a little bit of washi on some of the scraps. And I kind of just spread them out. Now, oh, and I love this one. It's got like a little spider strip that's under it. Now, the way I did it was I only put the brad through the first half of the book. I took and folded it in half, and then I put this piece on here. This is only like an inch, so I scored it at a 1/2 inch and glued it over. Then I put the brads in, and when I went inside to cover the brad legs, I put another piece of paper just so it was clean. And that was so you could lift it open and really get in here to do the second half. Sometimes when you do these and you secure them like that, it's hard to get up underneath of there. So that's why I did it this way. And then you can just get in here with your little paper clip and put it over top of that, and it holds it all shut. And then this one is the same thing. It's just got the same kind of papers in it. It's also got the dead of night and the same kind of a decoration. So that is what I'm doing for those. And that's what we're going to see over here. Let me do this one real quick, and then we'll get to decorating. So this is the same concept. It's just got the little houses. This one's smaller. I don't know what I did, but that one's actually a little bit smaller. I was using scrap, so I probably just didn't have the amount. Now, these are 3 inches wide as well, but they are, let me see how long they are. They are 9 inches. So what I did was, this is what they consider a matchbook notebook. And what I did was I took and I did a 1/2 inch score and another 1/2 inch score. And I rolled up that, well, the first 1/2 inch score, let me do one. It's like totally impossible to describe anything. Now, this is almost 8 inches. It's just another little scrap, but I can use it for a matchbook. It's totally doable. Any little piece of scrap you got can be worked into a matchbook. So you can see I did a 1/2 inch score right here, and I did another 1/2 inch score. So what we're going to do, I'm going to bend them first, and then we're coming back in and we're going to glue completely this piece right here. So that gets put down all the way. And we'll squish it down, make sure it's on there secure. Now the other part of this is to have this go up like that. Where's my bone folder? We want to train it a little bit as well. Okay, now what we're going to do to keep this piece up is you're just going to put the littlest dot of glue right there. That's it. That's it. And then you're going to hold it and make sure it stays down. Let me put that back in here while we're waiting. Okay. Yeah. Then that's when I would suggest folding this. And you're going to fold this down to where it's just going inside of that. I mean, I'm on the outside right now judging it. So I'd say right there is about where I want it to be. Maybe a little further, because your glue is going to spread just a little bit. Whoops. And then you can either score it or you can just fold it like that. So now, when we want to go inside, we just tuck it inside. And there you go. Now, what I do to finish them off is I'll find a bunch of little scrap papers like I just did here. Some of these are from the Edgar Allan Poe kit. Some of these are scraps from the Halloween book. But that's all they are, just a bunch of scraps. This is from a fall, I think, Cartabella pad, because I had it on something on both sides, so that's what I wanted. So anyhow, then I go in here, fold everything in half, and then I fold it open and I sew it. And then I'll go over it with something like a 1/2 inch is all this was. And I sewed that, or glued that down so I could cover that sewing that was on the top. It wasn't all that neat. But for other suggestions, if you don't have a sewing machine, I've seen people actually get in here and glue this. You can get in and glue it. I've also done one where I did the smallest little belly band going across the top of this back piece, right up here to top, and then I folded my papers in half just like this, and I tucked this back side of them right inside the belly band, and then I folded it shut and made everything fold in the right area, and that worked. I mean, they stayed in there. So that's another thing you could do. Here's another one of those sugar skulls. So then all you got to do is decorate it up, and all I did was put, it's the perfect place down here for some kind of spooky little saying, and I put all the same kind of things on there. This one I had a little bit of a mess up here on the left, so I put a little bit more ribbon with bats on it. That one says, "Lost in the inky darkness, a strange thing happened, and something dreadfully wicked." All right. And I put here, it was a 3x9. You score 1/2 and 1 inch. And then the pages inside are 2 3/4 by 6.5. Just in case. So let me stick that over here. And we're going to get to work on this one and show you how it's done. Okay, let me get all my goodies off of here. I got my clouds. I have my moon. All right, let's see, that's on for the inside. I already stamped the bats on the moon. And then here's my paper clip. And all I do is I stick the ribbon on there and I put a dot of glue inside of it. I like that better than taking a knot and tying it. I just don't like that. Here's that little piece of black lace for the bottom. Here's that other brad. I think I had another brad somewhere. I done lost it. Oh, here it is. Sorry. And then I need my tool right here. My crocodile. And you can see I've got in here, I've got them folded in the right place. I've already got my top on here with kitty cats. And I don't know. Oh, I have to sew it. Okay, so I got to get in here and... No. I'm thinking of the matchbook. Sorry. Now all I have to do is get in here and dot me a hole where I want this brad to be. So I just go in maybe a 1/2 inch on the front. Actually, yeah, on the front. Because we want the decoration of the brad. It's getting ready to go to the back, but that wouldn't work, I don't think. You couldn't see the brad. All right. And that. And that's all we need to do with this, besides make a mess. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, now, we're going to put our brads in. This was a decorative brad. It has a bird on it, like a raven. So, we're going to put that over here. Of course, the kitties probably like to see the bird. And then we go in here, and we're going to want to do this sort of at an angle, because I'm close to the side. And then we're going to get in here with this one and do the same. Oops. All right. Turn it around. There we go. And then we have to get in here and do our... Oh, see, that still sticks out. I'm going to have to get my pliers and cut that. Yeah, that's the only thing you have to watch out for, to make sure you get your hole over far enough to take care of your legs of your brads. All right, we're going to put our little piece of... Is that too long? Yeah, it's a little too long, so I don't have to glue it all the way. This will be covering up our brad legs, just so they don't catch on anything or snag anybody, like with that one I had to cut right there. So that goes in there like that. Make sure it's not hindering your fold there. And then you find your scissors. Get in here and cut that little excess off. Yeah. Okay, now I can take the paper clips off, because they were on there to hold that. Then we're going to get in here with our black lace on the very bottom. Just put you a little smear down there. It's very sheer, so I shouldn't need too much. Okay. And then I'll have to trim that after I get everything else placed. I wanted it to kind of look like a little fence. It sort of does. Not that you really see that much of it. Okay, so there's that. Now we have our house. But before the house goes down, first you want to do the moon. I figured this out with my last two, because the house is in the foreground. So the moon is back here. I think I'll do it like that. I have a flat side on there, and I'm going to try to hide it up there against the cats. Okay. Then we have the two clouds. And this was just from some ghost fabric or ghost paper I had left over, because there was grays and whites on it. So I just took that and used it for the cloud. You know, always try to use your scraps. I'm always over digging in my scraps. Now, I want to use two of these, but see how they're exactly alike? So I flipped this baby upside down. That's all you had to do. Now you got two different clouds. You could also cut on this, but I don't know if it would. I don't think you can do that too easily. So, and then I want to tuck that over the bottom of the moon. So the moon is behind the clouds almost. Okay, last thing is our house. I don't think I really had anything else I was going to put on here. This one I was going to leave a little plainer. And I'll have all that glitter stuff on it. Some people don't like glitter. And I don't like it when it gets everywhere, that's for sure. Okay. Whoa. Now, I wondered about putting Happy Halloween on here. All right, let's see if we could do that real quick. I think that's why I saved this piece. Yeah, let's go across there like that with Happy Halloween. Oops. Okay, that was the last of that. There. I always put me some glue behind it. Now I smear a little bit more of this just so I don't run out. And then we're going to put that down. Right there. Look, we even got a little skeleton head up there. How cute. Okay. Get that down. Get all your glue dabbed up. See, this one's still in the daylight. This is before anybody gets their trick-or-treat. Although, we got the moon out. But I've seen the moon in the daytime. See, I think we're done with that. And let's trim our washi. And I think that's it. There we go. I don't think I need anything else down there. I don't really have anything else I could put down there. I got a button with a witch's paw. Maybe I'll do that. Hey, I've been trying to figure out what I could do with that. So let's put that on here just to get rid. It's like an old button. And that girl sent that to me too, so I never knew what to do with it. And before we go, I've got another little project. I've got to get some books, little inexpensive books like the builder journals, like I did those for the shop. And I was going to show you some of the papers that I chose and what my plans were on what to do with them. All right, so that one's done. All I got to do is put my little thing across there like that. Maybe I should put it around there like that. The bats are right side up. Okay, so that little booklet's done. That was all it took. All right, let me show you what I plan to do for some books. See, there's a big, what was that? The Queen City Mischief and Mayhem is happening this coming weekend. And she wanted me to make some more books like I did. Just some simple books, but we're going to be Halloween oriented. So the plan is I'm going to probably put a little bit of this on there, maybe with a gold. I'll do a gold embossing. It's just a crackle kind of a stamp, but I thought I'd do that because it's a great big background. Then on quite a few of them, I'm going to use the skeleton and the drippy candle. I really love those two. And then I've also got the skeleton head over there. Wait a minute, let me pull out a couple more. Yeah, see, I've got this one. I love this one. So I'll be able to put me a skeleton head on something. I've got Condemned. I've got Casket Company, Undertakers. So I don't know, maybe I can make a casket or something in the background. I got a few ideas. I also have this. This is a shattered layering stencil, and I got this a while back because I saw a spider web. I still haven't used it yet. I was going to use it in the Halloween journals, but I will probably also use it somehow on the front of one of these journals or on the inside. Maybe that's what I'll do, because my insides don't have too much on them yet. They're like this. Let me get that nasty rag out of the way. This will be the front with purple, and then I've got a green inside. And see, I could do like a spider web in there, and I think would work perfectly. This one has a white inside or a cream color with sort of a wallpaper design, and then it's purple on the outside. And of course, the outside is where the decoration, the stamping is going to be done. We have this on the inside. Looks like a suede. And then I have 3 of these. This was from my Dark Academia book. And I almost used it in my witch's kitchen the other day, but I didn't really know where to use it, where I wasn't going to cover it all up, because I loved all of that. So anyway, it's going to be perfect for the front of this book. Now I have room down here to put something easily. I have a score here at 3 that's going to fold up. Let me free my hands real quick. Yeah, so what it's going to do, it's going to come up like that. And that's going to be the inside pockets. I have to cut me a wedge here just so it doesn't bind up when I fold it shut. But it will be basically like that on the front. Which over here, there's really nothing happening. So either one of the skulls to go with that skull could go down here in a little corner. Or something along those sorts. You got the medical and you got the vials and the drippy candle. I love it. You got all kind of esoteric things on this side. So it might be the perfect little notebook for a witch or something. I'm going to put some, I'm mostly going to just put coffee dyed papers inside. I've also got these two. These were like a 2-sided paper. So I'm going to also do them in some kind of a concept too. They're a little bit different from the other. Like that's got that pretty front that I think would do well with, I could just stamp directly on here with one of the skeletons. So, and then that'll be the inside because I think that's a little loud. So, anyhow, that is all of my ideas that are coming up. I'll probably do me a last video to show you what I get done with all of those other little notebooks, the like the builder journals. But everybody, thank you all my subscribers. Everybody's been loving that last video, so I'm gonna let it ride another day. So this will be this is Sunday, so it'll be Monday's video that you're gonna see, the one here. So I want to thank everybody for subscribing, for following, for supporting me, for sharing, liking. I mean, the like is the easiest thing anybody could do for somebody. And it helps so much. So everybody have a great, great day. Thank you so much for all of your support. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.